So this house we did for a lady named Sonia.
Hey.
She named this one
Turquoise teepee.
Yeah.
Inside the turquoise teepee.
We're a small dwelling company. I'm Sam.
And I'm Lynsi.
Small dwelling company's mission obviously is to build beautiful handcrafted tiny homes. That's what we love to do. The reason we started a small dwelling company is because we honestly wanted to spend more time together. And we both love construction. It's pretty simple for us.
I absolutely love her decor. It's just very neat, very her. All the pottery is actually handmade from people on the reservations. She loves this one particular artist that does all her paintings. They're beautiful. In the tiny houses, you put storage anywhere and everywhere. Under the seats or drawers. This table folds down and makes a complete bench. We just made like an opening there for her to put normal stuff in there. This has another place for her shoes. To give her extra storage, above your head is a storage loft. And for a tiny house, this is a big closet.
That is a huge closet. Full slide, full extension slides. So she wanted to be able to sit in bed and kind of sit up, and we made it to where one side folds down, she can use it as a table and sit on the other side. She spends a lot of time outside, so she wanted a screen porch. This is part of our keep life simple, you know. Just have some open cubbies underneath there, slide your shoes underneath there. This is one of the few tiny houses we've been around that actually has 2 doors. It's really hard to design a tiny house with a front and back door because you just don't have a lot of wall space for those things. We had to split the bathroom. We'll show you in there. Lynsi did the shower. She's pretty good at tiling. The tile wraps around and goes inside. When we do a countertop, we buy it with rough cut lumber. So we plane it, glue it, seal it, finish it. So we enjoy things like this because this right here shows where the sink, the grain went with it, you know. So you actually got the grain that goes out with the countertop. I find nothing more enjoyable than building these countertops.
And I love doing interior siding.
Yeah, she likes the shiplap. That's just, to me, I'm just like a shiplap. This right here, I'm like, walnut. It makes me happy.
And I'm like, walnut.
Walnut. The next step that we hope to take is to build 500 to 1,000 square foot houses that are based on a tiny house model. You know, it's a complete usable house.
Our motto is to keep life simple. Having a more simple floor plan, a smaller floor plan, allows you to do more things outside as a family, and it allows you to get involved with more things than just having to worry about maintaining the house.
One time we decided to see what we actually use in our home. And there's a closet by our front door. We just don't use it. It's just a wasted space.
The dining area.
The dining area.
The study.
We don't use those areas.
Use those rooms.
So if you actually take the square footage of those areas out of your house, you're basically living in 500 to 600 square foot. So why not go ahead and just have a house like that? We don't want to be known as just a tiny house builder.
And small dwelling has more options.
Yes,
we're not just stuck on building a single size building. We can build cabins.
Yeah, cabins, lake cabins,
sheds.
she sheds, man caves, just anything that someone comes up with. We're really not a model builder. We take whatever the customer wants and go from there. I mean, the first emails we usually get are people saying, I want this, I want this, I want this, and Lynsi instantly takes paper and just starts drawing a sketch of it. We are exactly what a mom and pop shop would be. We still use paper and pen and graph paper for our designs. And then when the customer wants the 3D version, we have a really good friend that's a designer that he puts everything in 3D for them. They already know where all their stuff's going. So for us to design and build it, we go, okay, well, we know that there's gonna be a subwoofer in this cabinet. I don't know why someone wants a subwoofer there, but sometimes people want subwoofer. Or this is where the cat's gonna go through the cabinet into the cat area, you know? So it's fun to build those things because it's not something you see in a normal house, and then to see it finished that is my favorite part.
With their decorations.
With their decorations.
Personal.
We've been lucky and get to go see them being delivered, and just the customer, just how happy they are, is just, that's a big thing for me. All of our homes were designed by the customer. The houses that we're building today in the construction industry, they're just not designed to last like houses used to last. And we want to kind of go back and start building houses like they used to, where they last for a long time. I mean, when someone buys a house from us, it should last them the rest of their life. And that's just all there is to it. Now, we offer tiny house workshops when we're not building a tiny house. It gives us just another opportunity to help people that want to build their own homes. That's That's also important to us, is the DIY movement and the tiny house movement is huge. And we feel that it's part of our responsibility every once in a while to have a workshop and show people the way that we build, you know, from a professional level. This tiny house that we're working on now is going into the Lake Dallas tiny house community. It's one of the first communities in the country that has been approved by a city. And so we're excited about it. There's 13 homes in there and we get to build one of them. It's a gooseneck, it's board and batten, and some cedar shake shingle. It's gonna have a standing seam roof. Some of the neat designs on this one is there's a room for the cat in the back of the house.
It has two purposes. It holds the water heater, and then also in here will be a litter box. The cat can enter and exit through there, and when you enter in there, the other side's her bathroom.
So it allows her to come out here and clean
the litter
pan without ever really having to have it inside. That's what she wanted.
So this one's 34 feet long by 8 feet wide.
272 square feet.
It's amazing what 272 square feet looks like, what you can get in it. Yeah. Enter to the bedroom.
So all of our staircases, that's one thing with us, is we always make sure that our staircases are code compliant. We call it our Nana rule. If Nana can't get up the staircase, and we rip it out and start over. I'm excited about the exterior of this one. A lot of the ones, our exteriors are real straight and square. I like this one with its eaves.
The double eaves is very neat looking.
This is my favorite part on this one, is the roof lines. The good thing about building small dwellings on wheels is because they can go anywhere in the United States. I'm sure we could ship them anywhere else. We've never tried, it'd be fun.
Yeah, put one on a boat, a pontoon tiny house.
That would be fun. That's what they call it. I think they already make them. Called houseboats. So after we're done with them and it's time to ship them, we can either have a transport company move them, but the beauty of a tiny house is that if you can move it yourself. I mean, that's the best part about them, is that they are mobile and they move basically the same as an RV. We know people that travel all over the country in their tiny houses. I mean, if you see a big fifth wheel RV, some of those weigh up 10, 12, 13,000 pounds.
Yeah.
The trailers that we build these tiny houses on are engineered for tiny houses. The house we're working on now is rated at 21,000 pounds, and it's gonna have probably about 12,000 sitting on top of it. So it's well within its means. We have 12 acres off of 20 in Gordon, Texas, that we are hoping and praying that we get to build a tiny house community on. It was under a wildlife exemption, so it's never had any livestock on it or anything like that, so it's beautiful. It's got all the natural cactus, all the natural vegetation. Our goal is to build 12, 14, 17 spots, somewhere in there.
Have a community garden.
Have a community garden, of course, like a washateria, a community meeting room. I even wanted to put a community workshop.
And it all goes back to keeping life simple.
Right.
Giving people that opportunity.
Right. So the main goal for that community, for me, would be able to build it with as least of intrusion into the environment as possible. If we could build all that and not take more than 5 or 6 trees off the whole place, that's what we would do. I mean, that's important to us, is that you have your spot that you live on the site, but outside of that, it's for the wildlife. One of the main hurdles when we started our company was the fact that someone has to trust us to build their home.
Nobody wants to be the first house built by you.
Right, so we built our first one in our driveway and took it to some shows and kind of got our name out there, and that's how we got started. That was the hardest hurdle, was getting people to understand that we have a love for construction and we like to put out a beautiful product, and that we do know what we're doing. My advice to someone that's starting a alternative building type business would be to make sure you take it really slow. Don't get ahead of yourself. I'm lucky that I'm married to someone that tells me to calm down, because I'm the guy that's like, hey, we need to go have a storefront, we need this, we need that, and she's like, we need each other and we got tools.
And it'll come.
It's gonna work. So that would be my advice, is take your time, listen to my wife, and take it slow. And you don't have to conquer the world with your business, you just gotta survive. So one of the best things about seeing our dream come alive is, for me, being able to work with Lynsi.
Knowing that we did this together.
Yeah, I mean, knowing that we're a husband and wife and that we build homes with our hands. I mean, it's very satisfying. There's just so much in this world that you can get distracted by. Try to keep with the simple things in life. You know, your family, your friends, nature's important to us. What nature teaches me is to be respectful towards it. I mean, that's the biggest thing to me, is that we've got to start taking care of our land a little bit better. The reason I think owning land is important is because it gives you an opportunity to take care of a piece of this earth. I mean, that sounds kind of weird, but when I'm out on our property, I kind of vision myself like from space, just looking down, and I'm this little dot, and what the area that I have is what I'm responsible for taking care of.
But it's also a big time stress reliever.
Absolutely.
In a way.
Yeah.
Because it's a way to get away and disconnect from everything around you.
Right. Yeah. I mean, there's definitely therapy in just getting out in the woods. To me, the tiny house movement, it's a bigger picture than just this tiny house that you live in. It's your entire way of life. We want life to be a simpler life for us, and so that's why we created this company.
LANDiO.
Land is opportunity.